Parishioners and friends, good day to everyone and welcome back to Father Alfie's table. Today we're gonna do the second part of the trilogy of Star Wars. Ta-da! No, not even the trilogy of the Lord of the Rings, which I am reading right now. Slowly, it's a big book. I'm in the second book, the end of the second book. But no, we are doing the second part of the trilogy of the lasagna. And today we do the so famous French white sauce called Bechamel. Ma t-shirt, France, et vive la France, ce soir, nous allons faire quelque chose de très bon. Alors, we have a liter of milk. With a liter of milk, we have 75 grams of flour and 75 grams of butter. Now, flours and butter always the same amount. If we want it more dense, we can go up to 100 grams of flour and butter. If you want more liquidy and runny, for maybe a sauce with a pasta or something, then we go down to 50 grams of flours, 50 grams of butter, still with a liter of milk. But because we want kind of a middle consistency for the lasagna, we do 75 and 75 butter and flour. And then we're gonna grate a pinch of nutmeg with a pinch of salt. Allons-y. And we start with butter. We put all the butter down and we start to let it melt. So the butter is melting now, and without burning the butter, of course, it's almost ready. We're gonna add flour. You can just put all the flour in and we stir. This is good. And now slowly we add the milk. This is important that when we add the milk, we need to keep stirring. We're gonna use the whisk at this point. We just added the milk a little bit, slowly. And every time we pour the milk, we stir and let it absorb by the flour and butter. And keep stirring. In the meantime, the flour is cooking. Now, the milk I'm using now is a room temperature. Don't use cold milk, room temperature, or even better, you could warm up the milk first, not boiling, but just keep it nice and warm. Room temperature, it may take a bit longer because it has to warm up in here. But I'm happy with the room temperature milk. So now we don't need the whisk anymore, and we can go back to our spatula, because now we just have to stir. And keep adding the rest of the milk. And now we can add a pinch of salt, maybe a couple. And at this point we can also add the nutmeg. Voila. And now it's a question of being patient and stir until it cooks and get nice and creamy. Now I have to tell you a secret about the bechamel. The secret is that the passion that I have for cooking started when I was with my mom in the kitchen, because I'm the youngest of 3 brothers, and there are 5 years between me and my middle brothers, and the older brothers 8 years difference. So I was often stuck with my mom in the kitchen when she was cooking, and she always gave me, she was cooking and gave me the pot to clean, to wash, right? That's how I was helping my mom in the kitchen, and I didn't mind to do that. But one day she gave me a pot after she made the bechamel, and that's when, instead of going to the sink and wash it right away, with a finger I start to kind of taste a little bit the sauce, like 1, 2, 3, and it was like, wow, it was so good. It was an explosion of taste in my mouth, and it was so good, and I started to lick all the pot before I wash it. That was the moment that stuck in my mind of something so good that it stayed in my mind, and that's where I said, I want to do this. I like it. I want to do it. And I started to follow my mom more and more about how you do this. How did you do this? And I think I was 10 years old or something like that. And that's where the bechamel has been the sauce that gave me the sparkling, the starting point, the epiphany of my passion for cooking. So we see that now it starts to get a little bit more dense. We're gonna let it cook for maybe another 5 minutes, probably. It's been 5 minutes now, so 5 more minutes. So we see how the consistency now is more, it's coming along. And when we stir, make sure you, that's why I use the flat one now, because the bottom gets stuck, it gets stuck on the bottom. So we have to make sure that when we stir, we go right to the bottom and scrape it down continually. So if you can look now, isn't it velvety? It's so beautiful, smooth, velvety. And so you need patience and love, exactly what my mom had. So we are going to turn it off now, because I think it's ready. And we're gonna let it sit a little bit, and as it cools down, get even thicker. And this is the right consistency that we want. Now I can't wait too long, so let's bring it here, just to show you the consistency of how smooth it is. See? Now this is just the top that made a little bit of a cream. But you see how beautiful it is? Voila. Now, this is what my mom used to give me to wash. And you see what is inside? So when I was a kid, they gave me this, and with a finger I just... Yummy! My goodness! Oh, so good! My mom, this is amazing. How did you make it, Mom? This is so good. Mamma mia, here we go again. Oh, mamma mia. This is so good, you gotta try. And God bless you all, and see you next week for the third part of our trilogy. the final of our lasagna.